8 Championship stars who struggled in the Prem as Mitrovic hits 19th goal. Alexander Mitrovic is on course to smash the Championship goal record after scoring 19 times across Fulham's first 16 fixtures, but he hasn't fared so well in the Premier League. Serbia's record goalscorer, who has found the net 41 times across his last 58 international appearances, only scored 3 times in 27 league outings during 2020-21 in the top flight. Despite standing alone as the highest scorer in English football so far this campaign, there will again be question marks over his ability should Fulham secure a third promotion in 5 seasons. Daily Star Sport has put together a list of 8 strikers who have failed to make the grade when stepping up to the highest level, 3 of whom are currently in the Premier League. Alexander Mitrovic has scored at least 7 more goals than any other player in the top 4 English divisions this season, despite only getting 1 in Fulham's 7-0 win over Blackburn. The 27-year-old has found a home at Craven Cottage after struggles at Newcastle, but hasn't yet been able to convert his Championship form into the top flight. Mitrovic scored 12 goals in 17 loan appearances at Fulham during 2017-18 and added a respectable 11 the following season despite Fulham's relegation. Following 26 in the Championship during 2019-20, the altered tactics of Scott Parker during 2020-21 limited his chances in front of goal. Having hit 19 across 16 fixtures so far in 2021-22, he might well get another crack at the top flight next season. Championship record. 61 goals in 98 appearances Premier League record. 24 goals in 104 appearances. In all fairness to Jordan Rhodes, he had very limited opportunity to prove his ability in the Premier League after Middlesbrough's promotion in 2015-16. The Scotland international failed to score in any of his 6 top-flight appearances, having hit 91 goals across his previous 178 Championship outings. Since dropping back down to the second tier, he has netted 24 goals across 139 outings. Championship record. 115 goals in 328 appearances Premier League record. 0 goals in 6 appearances. Dwight Gale has been on the fringes of the Newcastle first team since returning from his successful loan spell at West Brom during the 2018-19 campaign. The 32-year-old has struck a total of 59 goals across his 100 Championship outings, with his best Premier League season coming back in 2013-14, with 7 strikes for Crystal Palace. Championship record. 59 goals in 100 appearances Premier League record. 26 goals in 139 appearances. Who else could join the list? Tell us in the comments section. David Nugent remains the top scorer in Championship history since the 2004 rebrand, netting 121 goals across his 415 appearances between 2004 and 2020. The 36-year-old played for 4 different clubs in the top flight, struggling with each of Portsmouth, Burnley, Leicester, and Middlesbrough. While he scored 20 goals in his best Championship season, he couldn't grab more than 6 in any Premier League campaign. Championship record. 121 goals in 415 appearances Premier League record. 14 goals in 97 appearances. Teemu Pukki has twice fired Norwich into the Premier League since his 2018 move from Brøndby, but could suffer his second relegation with the Canaries this time out. The Finland international netted 29 goals and 26 goals during those successes in the second tier, but hit a dry spell after a quick-fire start to life in the top flight during 2019-20. So far this season, Pukki has 2 goals across 9 outings. Championship record. 55 goals in 85 appearances Premier League record. 13 goals in 46 appearances. Matic Vidra's Championship record speaks for itself following impressive spells with Watford and Derby, but his Premier League efforts with West Brom and Burnley have not been so prolific. The 29-year-old has only found the target 6 times during his 68 league appearances for Burnley in the Premier League, going 8 games without so far in 2021-22. Compare that to his best Championship season, during which he scored more than 20 goals. Championship record. 65 goals in 187 appearances Premier League record. 9 goals in 92 appearances. Wales hero Robert Earnshaw scored 66 goals in 166 Championship appearances for 5 different clubs between 2004 and 2014. The former Cardiff striker also played in 3 separate Premier League seasons, but could only score 13 times across his 65 outings. Championship record. 66 goals in 166 appearances Premier League record. 13 goals in 65 appearances. Danny Graham went from the 3rd tier into the Premier League when signing for Middlesbrough from Darlington back in 2004, but found his best form in the Championship. Graham scored 83 goals during his 10 second-tier seasons, but could only find the net on 18 occasions during 9 campaigns in the top flight. Having smashed home 15 goals during the 2018-19 campaign for Blackburn, he called time on his career after a season back at Sunderland. Championship record, 83 goals in 265 appearances. Premier League record, 18 goals in 124 appearances.